needless to say, batshit crazy, because mainstream media is driving a panic, and then they come back and say, don't panic. Oh, but let's drive it again, and don't panic. It is unbelievably obvious what is going on here. 60 deaths, and people are freaked out. Most of those deaths are the elderly, those who are vulnerable, immune compromised. They have comorbidities. They've got a lot of medical issues.
And that's what these doctors in the hospitals are preying on. Also, the fact that our elders are like, they'll run to the doctor in hospital before they'll try anything, or do anything else, really. And see this beast system we're in, the people that work for the beast system, they know that because they have everybody brainwashed into believing that. You have to run to the doctor, you have to put your faith in man, put your faith in the doctor, be dependent on the system. And I've been feeling this for like a little while now, that, plus the experiences I've had with my husband passing away and everything, and the stuff dealing with the hospital and everything, and these doctors, these immigrant doctors from war-torn countries, and countries that we pick fights with, okay, they're here, and as far as I can tell, they're taking out people left and right, in the sense of a lot of men have died, which, that leaves, women widows. And I just see war strategy, where they get rid of most of the men. So there's less men to fight if it came down to the nitty-gritty of fighting. But with these elder people, them running to the doctor over every little thing, if they go in with a cold, they might not be coming back out. They might be made a statistic. Depends on how much insurance money they got left, or how much their insurance is going to cover anymore or not, to different things, and they just take them out. I believe they're taking them out. When my husband ended up passing away, there was certain circumstances that took place during that time, and they took him out. As far as I can tell. They were after my husband the whole time. He went in the hospital 3 different times and spent 3 or 4 days each time. And all the doctors he's seen that would come in the room all the time just to rub in the fact, oh, you're going to die, just go to hospice. Oh, wait a minute, we could try this. Oh, wait a minute, no, we can't. All this shit back and forth. But they would come in every time he was in the hospital. They would come in and say, like in groups, and say, oh, you're just going to die, just go to hospice, blah, 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 blah. But it was like they were trying to break down his will every day. A lot of them would come in with shit-eating fucking grins on their fucking faces. I just wanted to smack it off of them. But, I got a lot of it on recording, too. A lot of recordings. I have so many fucking recordings of dealing with them, the hospitals and businesses only. I don't do on personal things or nothing like that, with family and friends or anything, but I do it with businesses, and especially that hospital when I dealt with them and dealing with my husband. But the puzzle pieces add up, and like even my own mother, my husband's parent, mom and stepdad, and people, everybody's getting cancers and stuff out right after the smart meter. Heart problems, blood clots and stuff like that, right after the smart meter. And just all the puzzle pieces add up that they're depopulating, okay? So now they're going to go after the old people and young people. They don't want, people having babies or anything anymore. If they do, they want you to... They try to take a lot of babies because they get $50,000 a year. CPS and them get a lot of money per baby versus older kids and all that in their child trafficking rings and CPS and all them. They're just not to be trusted, period, this government. And, you know, there's a few good people that may work for them or whatever, but it's not good enough in the sense of they won't do a damn thing to change anything or go up against it. But the beast system doesn't discriminate, so they'll have their turn. But if you have elders around you and they insist upon going to the hospital over their cold or something like that, you know, and you love and care about them, try to stop them from going unless they're like in a dire emergency. But that's not even good because they're taking them out. I just, you know, they're making a lot of people's statistics in order to keep this corona ball rolling. You know what I mean? So they can it's basically an excuse to do this martial law, because one thing for sure is, why the fuck do you send a military to combat a virus? Those are the terms they're using, combat a virus. And they got to send the military. Give me a fucking break. I mean, how stupid is that? Right in your face. You don't send a military to combat a virus as if they're going to march in there and whip out some guns and, yeah, probably kill off everybody that's got the virus. There hasn't been any funerals for all these people that have died from the virus. So they must be either burning them or it must be fake. I don't know. But, yeah, when I caught my little cold, the hospital was the last motherfucking place on my mind. Besides, I'd rather die at home, if I were to, you know. Actually, I'd rather die over the border somewhere free, outside of this country. But that's just me. Smoker's cough. So yeah, whenever I'm out in public and stuff, I always say that. And I've done it for years and years and years. You know, because there's been different viruses and stuff over the years, little virus scares and all that, but I've done it over the years just to make people feel comfortable around me that I'm not spreading no fucking cold or anything, because it actually is smoker's cough that I have periodically. So that comes in handy when you're out and about, and you happen to cough in public. You know, you might want to immediately say smoker's cough where, you know, people around you can fucking hear you. Because, you know, I was up at the store last night and I coughed. I was in line and people looked at me. I said, smoker's cough. And then they laughed it off, you know. But at first they looked at me and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? But yeah. Cover your ass. It's all about covering your ass on shit too. You have to always back your ass with everything you do dealing with this government to businesses and whomever. You can't see them, sit there and go in seeing them on everything with rose-colored glasses on and positive attitude. You have to, yeah, have that too, but you better have your, you know, looking at the bad side, because if you don't, you'll get fucking screwed over big time. And sometimes you will not. Sometimes you will find that, oh, I didn't have to have my shit-colored glasses on for this because I didn't get screwed over. But for me, and living out here, it's far and few between, so I always have to have my defense up as far as, you know, because otherwise, you know, if I can get ripped off left and right, you know, and that shit adds up. You know, you let it go, but the shit adds up. And, you know, I'm tired of getting fucked over on shit with these businesses and stuff, so I stand ground, I fight back, in the sense of I buck up my horns on them, you know, and then they'll back down their horns. So, you know, I'm bucking up against the beast, and I don't care what anybody says or whatever. That's, you know, I feel like that's my duty, to stand ground and try to make change. You know, if you want this world a better place somehow, I mean, you can't just sit back and do nothing. You have to take a stand. on things. You know, if something's put before you, you're supposed to at least try to do something about it, you know. My path is crossed with all kinds of things, and things that are out of my way, you know, that is not in my normal life flow. But if it's something that is dealing with somebody that is suffering or needing something or something like that, and that is put on my path, then I will do whatever to help them, you know. You know, people don't understand me. They think I'm just, you know, a psycho bitch cunt when, you know, you don't even know me. You don't even know me. You know how many people I've fed over the years? You know how many countries I've... never mind. I can't even get into all of it, but my birthday money and Christmas money that my husband would, like, want to buy me stuff over the years, I'd say, no, honey, please just give me the money and let's go find somebody that is in a hard time, and that's where my birthday money will go. And let's go find a family at Christmas, and that's where my Christmas money goes. Okay? So we find people that are struggling, that is in desperate need of necessities, and that's what we, you know, end up buying and stuff for them, is just necessities, food, maybe diapers and different things that they need necessity-wise for their family or whatever in order to survive and get by a little bit. Not anything of junk or toys and bullshit like that. That's a waste. You know, if they're in a position where they need necessities, then that's, you know, that's what they need, and that's that. So that's what I've always done, is stuff like that, and just out of my way to help people on different things. Over the years, I've saved so many lives on certain situations over the years, from jobs I've had to being at the right place at the right time, because those things will be put on my plate. They'll be put in my path. And I can't even begin to tell you all the different things I've done and made change and trying to make this world a better place and stuff. I stand ground and I fight, and in the sense of I'm not doing anything illegal, you know. And if people want to misconstrue what I'm saying, then, you know, whatever, you have to go think about it yourself there or whatever. You don't know me. We don't know each other on a personal level of our lives, so, you know, I'm just trying to let you know. I'm not, you know, yeah, I'm a mean bitch cunt at times. That's because I'm trying to bring forth heaven on earth, trying to make change, you know, a butterfly effect, plant seeds, and they grow, because a lot of things I say in comments to videos to whatever, I see it growing out there here and there, so that's cool. It works. You know, I've done this over the years, way before BOI, so a lot of us have, and that's how come we are here today, you know, in this. That's what has led us on our path to now. And anyway, what else? I've probably got a whole bunch more stuff to say, but shit's fixing to hit the fan, I guess, because there's no shipping coming in from China and stuff. They're shipping down to South America right now. They have been for a little bit. I watch the marine traffic. I watch all kinds of stuff. You know, I check up on things to see, you know, what's going on and all that. I bought me some, because up here in Michigan, if you have a marijuana card, you're not allowed to have a gun, right? Well, I went out and bought me some of them flare guns. They're 12 gauge and all that, so I got that stuff, but I'm into knives anyways and stuff like that, so I got tons of those. And I'm into throwing them and all that, so I'm pretty well capable of handling my own. But yeah, you might want to get your supplies as fast as you can. And when I was out there, I've been shopping for the past few days on different things. Home Depot's staying, or not Home Depot, Lowe's. Lowe's and maybe the Home Depot and other ones are going to be staying open through this emergency situation, allegedly. The grocery stores, they're cleaning out, man. People are into their frozen foods, pot pies and bullshit. Those are cleaned out. Canned goods, all the canned soups, a lot of those are cleaned out, especially the small cheapy ones. Toilet paper, cleaned out. Paper towels, I still see paper towels around. I still see some Kleenex. I grabbed a little more of those. I've already been backed up on my toilet paper a little bit, but I ain't got that much. You know, I didn't back up too far, you know what I mean? I got 1, 2, 3 small packs of toilet paper, basically 1,000 sheets of roll, so I should be okay for a little while. But somebody needs to invent a new way to wipe our asses. They've had different inventions over the years, and humans have survived generation after, you know, different generations over the years, so it ain't like we've had toilet paper the whole time. And guess who invented toilet paper? Guess who was believed to invent toilet paper? Yeah, China. So, I find this all ironic, how these puzzle pieces fit together. But yeah, I got backup supplies on everything, except for I don't have a generator. I don't have, you know, solar panels or any of that stuff. But I did make sure I got me a campfire coffee pot, because I have to have my coffee. I know how to get tobacco, as far as if I can't go to the tobacco shop and re-up my tobacco and, you know, roll my cigarettes. I can get more tobacco, I just wouldn't be able to roll them in anything, because, yeah, haven't thought of that one. And, you know, I know my native edibles and stuff. All these things I've been practicing over many, many years of learning my native edibles, learning how to make things that I don't, you know, I shouldn't, you know, I could go to the store and buy, but it'd be better if I learned how to make them and stuff, right? And I've done this for years. I'd send my family, I would send all kinds of stuff, like rubber gloves, like breathing masks, fishing lures that I made homemade, seeds, food seeds to grow food, and just odds and ends of supplies for like a survival cache. And my family would just chuck it aside and put it wherever and not even pay no never mind to me, because, you know, they didn't think this shit was coming or whatever, or just, you know, whatever. They just ignored it. Now they're like, well, I can't find it. I can't find it. Well, I'm like, well, I don't have any more backup supplies. I've given you all my backup supplies to have you ready just in case the mail would not run or anything. I've given them supplies over the years, saying, hang on to these, grow these seeds for food, let a couple of them grow beyond so you can get more seeds and all this. I tried teaching them things. Here, you're not getting any nutrition in the food you buy from the grocery store. Here's a super nutrient and stuff like this. And they would be like, I gotta look it up. I gotta ask my doctor and all this stuff. So then they wouldn't take it. I'm like, well, god dang, it's just Moringa. It's just friggin' like eating an apple and an orange or something, but it's just powdered green. And oh my god, they just... And then they have to run to their doctor on every little thing. But they don't even want... And it's like, do you not realize what you're doing? You're asking your doctor if you can have a fucking nutrient. And they don't even question their medications from their doctors and stuff. So, you know, if they run to the doctor with one of these colds, then these doctors might put them out, take them out, which I have a feeling is what's going on. They're being very careful about it right now, but in a sense, but they're showing their true colors. These other countries didn't have that many people die, and all of a sudden America, all of a sudden everybody and their fucking neighbors got this shit, and then people are dying off left and right. Only when do they go to the hospital? Not one of these people have ever died from staying at home. You never hear about that. It's only at the hospital. So I beg to differ on, I wouldn't go to the fucking hospital. I think they're taking people out because they're from war-torn countries. They're all over the fucking place. It's amazing how these small countries that we had wars with, it amazes me how many doctors just pop up out of the fucking woodwork that they got and then come over here. So who's left over there to be their doctors, I don't know. But it's just, if you kill off all their family members, destroy their cities and this, that, and the other, and then you invite them over here, the surviving members, invite them over here to be doctors, own businesses, and everything. Meanwhile, we put up a wall against our neighbors. Canada, you're next. You might as well build your wall before we build one. But it amazes me how everybody and their fucking neighbor is getting sick. And yeah, they got everything closed down up here where I'm at. I mean, I drove around. I was like, hot damn, I can drive freely and not have to worry about traffic. But because there was not that much traffic out like last night and stuff, people are not getting the fact that they better be cleaning out them fucking shelves here, because it's going to be cleaned the fuck out when they all bum rush it in a little bit. But there's no shipments coming in to resupply everything, and the government, they've been scabbing up everything they possibly can over the years. They got their underground tunnel system with their underground bases, and they got Antarctica where they're going to be, where the major elite's going to be hiding out because they think that nobody can get to them. They got a whole bunch of supplies down there. They got their fucking seed banks and shit. Well, hell, I got my fucking seed bank because I know what's up. I know what's up. That's how come I got a fucking seed bank kicking, And those who I have sent seeds to, which I do got to send some more seeds out, and I've been slacking on that. But those I have sent seeds to, you know who you are. You better get a planting. Get planting. It's early this year. Spring's coming early and this, that, and the other. Please, please plant those fucking seeds. People are going to be starving, and they ain't going to know what to do, and everybody looks to be led. So if you got seeds, you got ways to, grow food and do stuff, and stuff about how to preserve food, how to do this, how to do that. You're going to be a valuable asset for your whole community that might rely on you or kill you for your shit. One or the other. Okay? Now, this might not all blow up into that. It might not. But the way things are looking, how they're playing this shit out for the fucking, the election, so... Yeah, they're playing some serious cards on this election. There's some shit that's going to go down in the next couple months. It's going to be the most unbelievable fucking shit you wouldn't expect. That's all I can tell you. And I'm not going to get into it because you ain't going to fucking believe me anyway. Okay? But I'm just going to let you know. You better start planting. You better start doing some shit, because if you sit back, now ain't nobody going to come and save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you, okay? And if they do come to save you, it might not be where you're not going to, you're going to be in a FEMA camp or shit like that. I don't know, but I don't trust them. I wouldn't trust them if I were you. You have to, count on your fucking self, because in the end, you're only accountable for yourself anyway, in your soul and all this. So you better account for, defend yourself in the sense of, in your family, by having some sort of cachet set up, some sort of survival, tools and things set up. Because, just cover your ass. Whether it happens or not, just cover your fucking ass. Cover your family's ass and everything. Yeah, man. And too many times I've predicted ahead of time certain shit happening, And it fucking does. Like, you know, I've been trying to tell my family for years on how to do this, that, and the other, just because it's good for your soul, too. Gardening is good for your soul. It's good for you. You ground in yourself and all this. But, I mean, I got family members that still do gardening and all that, but, you know, they don't plant nowhere near as much because their doctor told them to stay out of the sun or some stupid ass shit. So it's hard fighting against the fact that family will not listen to you. They would rather run to a fucking stranger than to listen to you. Now, I know many families have that, where their family members, their children, their adult children, whomever, will run to other people, run to strangers, and believe them over you. Not that you lie or anything, it's just that it's just some weird thing that society was taught, or whatever. We've been taught a lot of messed up shit. Don't even get me started. Shit, man. Anyway, Colonial Silver is something that kills Ebola. It kills cold viruses. It probably kill out pneumonia and all that, but it ain't gonna kill you. Okay? Learn about Colonial Silver. It also can sanitize things. I also use it in a spray bottle to breathe it in. You know, spray it and walk through breathe it in. There's companies out there that makes other products. You know, what Nano Silver is Colonial Silver. They got Colonial Silver soap for, like, if you have skin problems. Tinea Vera color, where you get white patches on your skin. That totally takes it away. 1 bar of soap or so, and you'll never have it again. And they have lotions. They have all kinds of stuff. But you can make Colonial Silver at home with 2 silver rods, 10 or 12 gauge, around $20. And that's 6 inches long, two rods at like 10 or 12 gauge for $20. And you get 2 alligator clips, 4 9-volt batteries, a gallon jug of distilled water, and clean out a jar, and you know, get 2 pencils or a couple sticks to keep your silver rods propped up in there, and watch that video I've linked up, the Truthers Girls video on how to make Colonial Silver, or just go look it up. Look up all the stuff about it. You don't want to spray it on your skin or put it on your skin and then walk out in the sun. You don't want to do that, but, you know, there's certain little side effects of that, but it has nothing, it will not harm you whatsoever. There's no side effects that will harm you or anybody whatsoever. Pregnant women, children, old people, it's fine. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. But if you can't find sanitizers out there and different things, Colonial Silver is your best bet. Get some silver rods, because before they run out, which, you know, a lot of people have not put 2 and 2 together yet on getting Colonial Silver, to put some on a cloth and wipe their counters down, wipe their hands down, spray their face or whatever, you know, when they go out in public or traveling, stuff like that. I use it for all kinds of things. It has saved my ass so many times, I can't even begin to tell you. And it's been used for, you know, a long time, back into the ancient times, you know. And that's one of the signs, too, nowadays, is remembering your ancient roots and all that, your ancient DNA, the simple things, traditional things, just old school ways, primitive ways. Remember these things. Also, here's a biblical verse I was wanting to bring up that this situation right now is reminding me of, because we are having no shipping in. Here's the King James translation everybody wants. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. And there should be another part about how, yeah, the merchants' ships will be out there in the water around Mystery Babylon and be crying that they can't sell their stuff to Mystery Babylon no more. I don't know. That's what that reminds me of. There's another verse somebody else can look up or whatever, because I haven't bothered trying right now, is where Mystery Babylon, will fall in a day, and then something about there won't even be a blade of grass left to eat, or something like that. Something about all the grass will be gone and burned up, or there won't be anything to eat. I don't remember. There was a Bible verse about something like that, but there's also Bible verses about, not forgiving unless there's repentance. If somebody don't feel sorry for what they fucking did, then they don't deserve to be forgiven. But Christians want to misconstrue that and forgive people regardless. Well, look it up. There is a verse about no forgiveness unless there's repentance. But I guess it was God talking, saying that he won't forgive people that don't repent, and that we should just do whatever. I don't know, but it's half-assed backwards as usual. Running to and fro in that book of spells. But anyway, that's just what I got to say today. Whatever, hey. Hey ho.